Hello stylists and welcome to another informational video. So I decided to make this a 3-part informational video on Whim fragrances. On one of my live streams, I had someone reach out and say, hey, where did you get that purifying, ability move? And I was like, oh, it's just a Whim fragrance. So I decided that I would go through each category of Whim fragrances and show you what they do. Okay, so Whim fragrances aren't really a need in the game, I guess. It's really just on your preference and what you like combat style-wise. But I'm gonna start off first with this first category in this part 1, and this is the hair oil. And this is essentially what your orbs will look like. My favorite right now is Summer Breeze. And Summer Breeze here gives you a description, releases arsed purifying orbs that hit multiple targets. So let me show you how that one looks like first. Okay, so I used that one, and it is, let's see, that's a test there. I can't really see because I'm trying to record as well as fight. That's kind of hard. But as you can see, it is like a horizontal purifying orb. Now that one's my favorite, and I think it's beneficial to my gameplay, but of course you can utilize other ones. This next one is Pristine Dewdrop. This one will basically, you have to follow the rhythm to fire purifying orbs, and I don't really like this one. So I don't like this one because it really doesn't benefit when there's multiple S-slings, because you have to hit it right on the pattern, and you can't button smash. So watch this. Let's see if it comes. Boom, hit it. See, I can't hit it without it hitting me first. So that's kind of like, boom. Yeah, see, I don't like it. So to give an example, you have to hit it right on the perfect mark in that green, and then it releases a big purifying orb. Now, that's going to hinder you if you have multiple S-slings charging you at different times. And it just doesn't work because you're gonna get hurt. So the next one is Light of Dawn. Light of Dawn will do what my favorite one does, but it'll do it vertically instead. And this is good when it comes to proximity. So those that are probably above it would probably work best. I don't know, I find it harder to control and hit with vertical because most of these S-slings tend to be horizontal with each other unless they're the flying S-slings. I did utilize this one at first, Double Vanilla, and this you release 2 purifying orbs simultaneously. I do feel like this one is the next best to mine because it can hit double if needed, but of course this one has a shield. But as you see, the shield went down and it hit it twice, which took away 2 of its HP and killed it. The last one in this category is Unbridled Growth, and this one releases purifying orbs continuously with no delay. So you can just keep pushing that button, keep pushing that button. Just to give you an example, Nikki is just whopping, whop, 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 ding, 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 ding. Like there's no delay. You can fling your orbs as fast and as much as you want. I probably would say this is the 3rd best one because you could just keep button smashing all you want. And I feel like any of their attacks will get mitigated because you don't have a kind of like a breath, I guess you could say. But that is part 1 of me reviewing the Whim fragrances and giving you guys some more information on which one each does, just in case you want to utilize any of those in the future. Those that I mentioned in this video, the top 3 are probably the best. I'm not too sure what innovative ideas that Infold can do with more attack abilities. I'm curious to see. But stay tuned for part 2 and 3 on the other categories of Whim fragrances. Hello stylists and welcome to another informational video. This is part 2 of me reviewing Whim fragrances. If you haven't seen part 1, I do go over the hair oil. This time we're gonna focus on another category. Just as a reminder, these aren't necessities for the game. It just makes the game a little bit more diversified, if that makes sense, when it comes to combat. So it is totally up to your discretion on how you want to use these. And there's an update, so I'm going to be waiting a little bit to get into Mirrorland. Okay, now that I'm in game, just to review, the first part we went over hair oil. This one we're gonna go over body spray, and body spray has the most choices you can choose from. And this is basically the when you hold the purifying action button, you get to utilize these. Now I'm gonna go off of my favorite one, and my favorite one is the body spray Soothing Spring. So quick description here, you fire purifying orbs that attach to targets, and they disappear after a short charge and then they deal an AoE damage. So just to show you how this is in action, you basically are going to hold down the attack button, and it will attach to one of them. And then you hold it again, Nikki snaps her fingers, and look at all that damage it did to all of the S-Slings, as well as to the surrounding S-Slings. It damaged, as you can see, it took some of them, you know, dead, and then it made these HP 1 when they had 2. So that one was my favorite of the body spray. My next favorite would probably be Rain Traces, and this is the latest one that came out with the Dancing season. This one charges and you summon purifying orbs that orbit along fixed paths, and this kind of reacts as like a shield in sort of a way. So you just hold, Nikki gets these 3 orbs, and let's see if one of them attack me. It does eat one of those or 2 of those orbs depending on how much damage they are. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 in 1 here because they're essentially the same. So there's Quick Perk Up, and then there's Traveler's Musings. So the difference between this one is just it takes a while for it to charge. Now, the other one is a 50% charge time decrease. So it essentially makes it faster for you to use this ability. So they're the same, this one just is better. So what this one does, it does like a little curve here when you want to fight someone. So like this S-Sling, it has a shield, right? So if it would notice me, it doesn't notice me. But as you can see, hold on, let's try that again. So this one is good with S-Slings that have shields. And it does a little curve when you hold it down. So let's do this one right here. Let's see if it notices me. And then we're gonna curve it. Oh, come on, Nikki. You gotta curve it. There we go. You saw that little curve? That's what it should ultimately do. Boom, and it killed that S-Sling. So that's one thing there, but you have to get it in a good position, and you have to have your Nikki a little off to the side to where it does like a little boomerang effect. And it's also seeking, so it seeks your target basically. So I'm gonna do the same as I did with this one. This one is Tranquil Woodfall, and that's a 50% charge time for piercing purifying orbs. And then Immersed in Thought is the same. It's just a delayed on these holding charge ability for piercing purifying orbs. So of course, Tranquil Woodfall is gonna be better. So this will basically go through a S-Sling shield when you hold down the button, and it should attack them. Let's see, come here, Shieldy. Boom, oh, it attacked. Hold on, Shieldy, there. See, it went through it, and it also killed the one behind it. But look, boom, hold on, no, come here, boom. Oh, it's at an angle, hold on, let me get below it here. Come on, Nikki. So normally it would shield, but since this is a piercing purifying orb, it doesn't allow it to shield. Let's see it again here with these S-Slings. See, it won't shield. As you can see, the animation for it trying to shield, it didn't work because this ability basically killed it and it's gone. Okay, so the next one is Minty Blast. Minty Blast really just is faster. It gives you a faster charge time, and it also gives you a longer range. So this S-Sling doesn't see me, but it should give me a long range to where it doesn't notice me and I can hit it. So If you don't want to engage in battle, this is probably your best bet when it comes to it. You just hold it down, let it go, and it hits them. Oh my gosh, he saw me! Run! But that's what it really does. He's chasing me. He did not like that I snuck attacked him. But basically, like I said, it gives you a wider range and it doesn't have a delay in the charge when you hold down the button. All right, and our last one is Chilling Green. Chilling Green increases your range and speed by 50%. So what that means is that there's not really a delay and your range is increased. So like this, boom, boom. There's no delay when it comes to that. And that was all of the body spray category when it comes to Whim fragrances. Like I said, my favorite currently is Soothing Spring, but I do find this category very beneficial when it comes to combat. And that was part 2 of my informational video of Whim fragrances. Stay tuned for part 3 where we go over the hand powder. And the hand powder is basically your plunges, and we'll get into that review next. Let me know your thoughts on this informational video and which one of the body sprays you utilize the most during your gameplay, or if you didn't know any of these and you were just playing the game and now this is intriguing you to utilize some of these. Let me know below. Curious your thoughts. Hello, stylists, and welcome to another part 3 informational video on Whim fragrances. If you did not see part 1 when we covered hair oil and part 2 when we covered body spray, go ahead and go back and check those out and let me know your thoughts. Today we are going to be reviewing the third category, which is hand powder. And this is the one that has the least of the fragrances for you to use. Now, if I miss anything from part 1, part 2, you are more than welcome to let me know that I missed something. We're all human and we forget and miss things. So I'm just prefacing that just in case. I'm having them all recorded already. So if I miss something, my bad. Okay, just like all my other Whim fragrance reviews, I'm gonna go off of the one that I utilize the most and is my favorite, and that is Woodland Maze. This is 100% range to plunge attack. Now, to be honest with you guys, I don't really use these plunge attacks in my everyday kind of combat style, but I do it when I know I'm above an S-sling, like I'm dropping down on one, and there should be a greedy bag around here. There we go. There's one right here, and plunge, boom, and I got him. And that's kind of what your 100% does. It creates like a big, I guess, attack space around you that will hit any S-slings that are in that area, that range. So the next one is Drifting Blossoms, and I believe this is the latest one in the Danqing season. This one you plunge diagonally to attack against targets, which is like Nikki doing a kick. Okay, so I had to change my outfit so I can show y'all kind of how it looks, but this is how it looks. And it looks like it's like a sidekick, but let's see how it is in action with S-slings. Okay, so there's some S-slings over here, and I'm going to try it. It does seem like it could be a range attack too, which can hit from quite a distance if you wish and knocks them out. I do like that, but it doesn't hit those S-slings, as you can see, that are way up high or floating, I guess you could say. It does not hit the ones with the shield, so they don't get any attack on there, so that's not very beneficial. And it is a little bit hard to control from you know, playing this, but that's just me. If you're able to control it better, applaud to you. Okay, so our next one is called Summer Breeze. Oops, my bad, wrong one. Our next one is called Breath of the Wilderness, and that knocks targets back even farther after a plunge attack. Now let's see it in action. Well, it didn't knock that one back. What's going on? Why aren't you knocking it back? Okay, look, it knocked back just a little bit. So it like went back and passed out for a second, but it didn't take any HP away from it. I don't know. I don't like it. And our final one is Budding Tails. And Budding Tails has a 40% aftercast delay for the plunge. So this basically helps you do your plunge again and again and again if you want to do that. Oops, I just ran into them, but like Nikki can plunge faster than you normally could. But I don't know, I died. See, it's not beneficial to me. And just to give you an idea of the time frame of that last one, this is the one that I normally am using, and you can see that there's a little bit more of a delay here as opposed to the other one. But I don't see it as beneficial to me as this one, which is a wider range when you do your plunge. And that is my overview on Whim fragrances in Infinity Nikki as of now with the 1.8 update. Let me know your thoughts and if you utilize any of them, and maybe I'm just not utilizing some of the ones that I don't prefer the right way. But if there are any that you utilize in-game, let me know which combinations you like. But those are mine, and I hope I could help you out with these Whim fragrances because I don't see a lot of information or content made about it. So I just wanted to throw that out there for anybody who was curious and who wanted a little bit more information on those. Happy styling and happy combating!